The Planet Man. The Planet Man. This is the fascinating story of Dantro, the Planet Man, troubleshooter for the League of Planets organization, the law enforcement body for peace and justice in the celestial world, whose headquarters and center of operations are situated on the capital of all the planets, Planaria Rex. From Mercury to Pluto, wherever danger threatens the universe, you will find Dantro, the Planet Man, fighting for fair play. In a moment, The Planet Man. You will remember that Dantro the Planet Man and our friends from Earth, en route to Mercury, were contacted by two space pirates aboard a disabled ship who pretended to be survivors of a pirate's raid on the freighter. Planet Man, while suspicious, nevertheless has contacted their ship and is aboard checking their story. Pat and the kids are aboard the Planeteer, which is alongside waiting for Dantro to get back.
Is it 5 minutes yet, Pat?
Not quite, Jane.
I think I can hear them coming now.
Is that you, Dantro?
It's okay, Pat. All right, Billy, stand by to blast off.
Right.
And Pat, stand by to release the grapples and the airlock.
Yes, Dantro.
We'll be on our way in a minute.
What are you going to do?
I want to pull away a little and then blast that freighter. Oh, by the way, what are your names?
I'm Slick Brock, and he's Blackie Star.
Blackie and Slick, this is Miss Darrow, Billy and Jane Darrow. They're part of the crew. Treat them with respect.
How do you do?
Pleased to meet you. I'm sure we'll get along fine.
Hi. Hello.
All right, Pat, cast off the grappler.
Yes, Dantro.
Hit the outwater, Billy.
Yes, sir.
All right, Billy. Take the controls for a minute. Just hold it steady as it is.
I still don't understand why you're blasting the freighter.
I can't leave it drifting this way in space. Some other ship might run into it. It's not worth salvaging anyway.
Sure isn't. It's an awful sardine can to begin with.
Here goes.
There she goes. So long, Uranius.
Were you part of the crew?
I sure was. I was the engineer, and Slick here was the first mate.
What did the pirates do with the rest of the crew?
I'm afraid they're all dead.
Yeah, they were a great bunch of guys, too. I'll miss them. But that's life.
If there's anything we can do to make ourselves useful on this ship, Planet Man...
No, just stay out of the way and remember what I told you.
Sure. You got nothing to worry about as far as we're concerned.
You know, I think your hunch was right about those two, Dantro. Do you believe them about being attacked by pirates?
It could be. The pirates have been very active in the system for a while now.
You think they're right about the pirates' fleet still being somewhere in this area?
Well, that could be true, too. It's the only reason I haven't advised the League that we've picked them up. Slick says he'd recognize the pirates again if he saw them. Well, he's an important witness. Too important to advertise to the pirates. They're always careful not to leave survivors who might identify them.
What difference does that make?
Well, you see, Jane, while the pirates can attack anywhere in the system, there are a few places where they can go with their stolen wares. If we have a description of them, there's a good chance of our capturing them when they try to get rid of what they've taken. Anyway, we'll be in Mercury soon, and we can turn them over to the League Patrol and let them check their story.
How do you think Planet Man felt for our story about pirates putting some survivors on that asteroid?
I don't know, but we'll find out soon. He's got to make up his mind whether he's going to turn around and head back for the asteroid belt or keep on to Mercury.
Isn't there any other way we can take over the ship?
Our only chance is to get Planet Man and some of the others off onto that asteroid. As long as we're on board the ship, we can't get away with anything. Those two kids are like leeches. I've been trying to save Billy Darrow all morning. Every time I turn around, he's watching me.
Yeah, I got the same trouble with that kid, Jane. She's worse than he is. It's the first time I've been alone since we got on board. And locked in a cabin this way, there's nothing we can do about it.
I have a hunch the Planet Man's going to check that asteroid. One of these law and order guys have a streak of soft-heartedness. He wouldn't want to take the chance of being wrong and having all those people die without at least trying to save them. And when he does, we'll take over.
Have you decided what to do, Dantro?
I'm afraid there's only one thing we can do, Pat, and that's to check the asteroid.
When are we going to turn around?
Well, I've already turned around, Billy. I turned a half hour ago.
You mean we've been going out toward the asteroid all this time and you never said anything?
Well, I'm sorry, Billy. I wasn't trying to keep it from you. It's just that I've been thinking about those two, and I forgot to mention our change of course.
Boy, I certainly have to hand it to you, Slick. You certainly put it over. That Planet Man can't be too smart to swallow that story.
Don't be too cocky, Blackie. We haven't got the ship yet.
Oh, I know, but if they're stupid enough to fall for that line, we shouldn't have any trouble.
Now, just watch yourself and don't give the show away. Those kids have been on our tail constantly. And by the way, watch your grammar. You've been a little sloppy.
Don't worry about me, Slick. I'm watching every word.
Billy, I've been watching Blackie. That doesn't take much work. All he does is sit there and read those comic books we brought along from Earth.
Yeah, I heard him laughing before. I thought that maybe something was wrong. Maybe he got space happy or something. He was sitting all alone in the corner of the lounge roaring to himself. When I saw what he was doing, I couldn't help laughing myself. Boy, is he a dope.
He may not be smart, but he certainly is strong. Did you see those muscles?
Yeah, he's the brawn and Slick is the brain. I think Dantro is right. Slick is the one to watch.
Well, you keep watching him, and I'll bird dog Blackie.
Billy and Jane are apparently convinced that Slick and Blackie are shady characters. Will these two space pirates be able to overpower our friends as they planned? We'll be back in a moment, so level up. When we left our friends on the Planeteer, they were headed for an asteroid that Dantro wanted to investigate en route to Mercury. Aboard the Planeteer are also two disguised space pirates, Slick and Blackie, who hope to overpower our friends in a moment of unpreparedness. Now we find them as they are approaching the asteroid, on which Slick and Blackie said there are some survivors from the pirates' raid.
If our directions were right, we should be about there.
How can you tell which asteroid it is? There must be thousands of them out there.
According to what Slick said, he'd recognize the right one. You better go back and bring them up here now.
They'll be coming for us in a minute now. You sure you know the plan?
Oh, you act like I was stupid. All right. When we land on the asteroid, we'll tell him that the crew is somewhere around.
Yeah.
Naturally, before he lands, he'll go around it with the ship. Of course, he won't see anything because there ain't nothing to see.
Yeah.
We get him to land by saying that maybe they got into a cave or something. Then we take them to that cave we used to hide the loot that time we took the stuff from the Martian freighter we raided.
Okay, then what?
I'll go in first. You'll get them to follow me. And then when they're all in, you'll explode the mine at the entrance where we planted it in case the loot was discovered. And I'll go out that back entrance and do the same.
Yeah.
Boy, ain't it lucky we planted those mines that time. Remember we thought some of the crew might try to double-cross us?
Yeah.
Boy, is Planet Man going to be surprised.
Yeah, okay, you know it. Now, just be sure you don't slip up anywhere. Leave the talking to me and do just what I told you.
Yeah.
Someone's coming.
All right, come on out. Dantro wants you two in the control
Of
cabin.
course, Miss Darrow, after you.
I appreciate your politeness, but if you don't mind, I'll walk behind.
Gee, you still don't trust us, do you? Gosh, Miss Darrow, we're as innocent as two little lambs.
Mm-hmm. Well, just the same, I'll walk behind.
Don't argue with the lady. Come on. That's it over there, Dantro. That funny-looking one with a bump on its side.
Are you sure that's the right one, Slick?
Well, I can't be certain. After all, I never seen it, but the way I heard that pirate describe it, it couldn't be any other one. It's the only one with that funny thing sticking up like a big nose.
Are we going to land?
No, not right away, Pat. First, we'll make a circuit of the asteroid and see if we can find any signs of life.
So dark, do you think you can see them?
Well, perhaps they've an emergency flare of some kind going. In any case, it's better to circle at a distance and then come in close and drop a few uranium flares. They should give us enough light to see objects as big as people against the rocky surface of that asteroid.
We're getting pretty close.
We'll start circling now. You people keep your eyes open. Slick, you particularly. You know these parts.
Now, don't get me wrong. I don't know anything about this section of the system. It's just that I heard the pirates talking.
Well, in any case, keep a lookout for your friends. Still nothing. Are you sure that this is the right asteroid, Slick?
I can't be certain, but it's the only one that fits the description I overheard.
We're going to have to land, then.
On that little rock?
Are you sure it's safe?
On the rock is safe enough. It has practically no gravity, and there's plenty of room for landing. When we drop those flares, I could see a lot of flat surfaces.
Will we all go looking?
Well, I think that's the best idea, Jane. I want us all together.
Can't Billy and I stay here, Dantro?
Well, all right, Jane, if that's what you want to do. Slick and Blackie, you two stay in front of us every minute.
Don't worry, Planet Man. You can trust us.
Yeah, sure, like I said, we're as innocent as two little lambs.
Billy, can I talk to you for a minute?
Sure, Jane.
I didn't like this at all, Billy. I think they're up to something. I was afraid of what might happen if we all left the ship.
What can you do? You spoiled our chances of getting on the asteroid. What are you up to?
Well, here's my idea.
What is Jane's idea to stop Slick and Blackie? What will Tantrum and Pat find on this mystery asteroid? What will Slick and Blackie have up their sleeve? We'll be back in a moment, but first, here is a message the Planet Man wants you to hear. Tune in again for more transcribed thrills and adventures. Rocket millions of light years into space with Dantro, the Planet Man. The Planet Man. The Planet Man. The Planet Man. This is the fascinating story of Dantro, the Planet Man, troubleshooter for the League of Planets organization, the law enforcement body for peace and justice in the celestial world, whose headquarters and center of operations are situated on the capital of all the planets, Planaria Rex. From Mercury to Pluto, wherever danger threatens the universe, you will find Dantro, the Planet Man, fighting for fair play. In a moment, the Planet Man. As you remember, Planet Man and Pat are about to explore the surface of an asteroid, searching for survivors of a pirate attack. With them are two so-called survivors they have rescued in space, who are actually space pirates planning to do away with our Earth friends and Planet Man and take over the Planeteer. Billy and Jane, suspicious of the two pirates, have remained aboard the Planeteer as Dantro, Pat, and the pirates, Slick and Blackie, leave.
It certainly is weird out here. I've never seen anything like it before.
Like something out of a bad dream.
Come on over this way. Maybe they're in this direction.
Haven't we covered that area?
Not all of it. We came up from the other side of that cliff, but we didn't look down the bottom here.
Okay, we'll try that direction, but it doesn't look like your friends are here.
Gee, I wonder what they did with him.
I have a hunch that they've been taken care of.
Gosh, you think so? That'd be awful.
If what I'm thinking happened, it might not be so awful.
I know what you have in mind.
Hey, look, there's a cave or something over here.
Yeah, look. Do you suppose maybe...
Suppose what?
Blackie was thinking the same thing I was. Maybe they went into the cave.
What will they do that for?
Well, maybe the batteries of their spacesuits got low and they got cold. Down there in the cave, they might conserve the heat and make the batteries last longer.
Well, we'll soon find out. Now pound on the rock here with this bar. If they're there, that should bring them out.
I can't hear anything.
No, you won't unless you put your helmet to the ground. There's no air to carry the sound, but if they're down in the cave, they'll feel the vibration.
Unless they're unconscious.
Why should they be unconscious?
Well, maybe their air supply is low. They only had 3 days and it's almost up. Could be it ran out quicker than we thought.
Yeah, maybe we'd better go in and take a look.
Maybe you better go. I think we ought to stay here, Dantro. I don't like this setup at all.
I think the safest thing to do is take one of them with us and leave the other outside. There's not much he can do, and we'll have one of them along just in case they have some trick in mind.
Gosh, you sure are suspicious. We're on the level, honest. I'll go with you. That should prove it.
One of you will. I don't care which one. Come on, let's get over with.
Okay, this way.
Shine your torch around, Dantro. This is an awfully big cave.
It's big and it looks like someone's been here. Maybe they were telling us the truth.
I don't know. Those rations look as though they'd been here a long time.
Blackie, where are you? Pat! Pat, are you all right?
Well, what's happened?
I don't know how he did it, but Slick blasted the entrance to the cave.
Where's Blackie?
Well, he was here a minute ago. There he goes. Look, there's another tunnel in the back. Duck after him.
I'm right behind you.
No, wait. Stand back. Look out, Pat. Pat, get down, quick.
Any signs of them on your side?
No, they should be back by now.
Do you think something's happened?
Try to get them on the communicator.
Okay. Hello? Hello? Jane Darrow calling Planet Man. Jane Darrow calling Planet Man. Are you there?
No answer?
I don't like this.
Come on.
Where are you going?
Out to look for them.
That's not a good idea.
Why not?
Planet Man has the weapons locked away, and once we get outside the ship, there's no telling what'll happen. I think the only thing we can do is sit here on board and wait.
But Pat and Dantro may need help.
I know it, Billy, but I'm afraid we'll just have to sit tight.
I've got to hand it to you again, Slick. It worked just the way you planned it.
Quiet.
What's the matter?
It's the kids. They may pick us up on the contactor, and we've got to get on board that ship somehow before they get wise.
We changed the frequency.
Sure, but they're pretty smart kids, and they may get the same idea. Now just follow me and get alongside that lock and keep quiet. Sooner or later, the kids will come out, and when they do, we'll nab them.
You don't think they'll have any glasses, do you?
Planet Man locked them up. He had the key with him. Now keep quiet. Be ready.
Okay, Slick.
What are we going to do, Jane? Just sit here and wait?
Oh, look, I know how you feel. I feel the same way. But there's nothing else we can do.
But maybe they're in trouble. Maybe they need help.
Yes. And maybe those two, Slick and Blackie, are just waiting for us to stick our heads outside the ship.
We can't just sit here forever.
Look, I told you, it's not safe.
Well, I don't care about you, Jane. You do whatever you want. But I'm going out and see what's happened.
Billy, you're making a mistake.
So I'm making a mistake. How can you sit there and talk about mistakes when Pat and Dantro may be hurt and need our help?
All right, Billy, if that's the way you feel.
Are you coming too?
You don't suppose I'd let you go out there alone, do you? But listen, watch your step and be ready to get back to the ship. At least here we're safe and we can always radio the lead patrol.
Maybe we ought to do that now.
No, we still can't be sure about the pirates, and this would be no time to bring them here.
Okay, let's go then if we're going.
I'll help you into your spacesuit, and then you can help me with mine.
Billy and Jane seem to be walking right into the trap set for them by Slick and Blackie. Will Billy and Jane be off guard? What has happened to Dantro and Pat? We'll be back in a moment, so level off. When we left Billy and Jane, they were about to leave the Planeteer and look for Dantro and Pat, who they think might have been ambushed by Slick and Blackie. Waiting for them to come out of the Planeteer are Slick and Blackie.
Slick. I think I hear the airlock control. Okay, Blackie, be ready.
Remember, watch your step.
Okay, Blackie, grab him.
Billy, look out!
I got the kid, Slick. I got the girl. Drag him back on board. Why don't we just leave him here?
I've got other plans for him. Come on, let's get going. I want to get out of here.
You're the boss.
Are you okay, Pat?
If you can call it that. What's happened?
I was such a fool, I should have suspected something like this.
Are we trapped?
They must have had mines planted at both ends of this cave. There are hundreds of tons of rock between us and the outside.
Have you tried to contact the kids?
The vibrations from the explosions must have shattered the crystals in these spacesuit communicators. I can't get any response.
I wonder what's going to happen to them.
I only hope they're smart enough to stay on board the Planeteer. Say, I'll bet that was Jane's idea. Slick and Blackie have no way of getting in, and as long as the kids just sit tight, they're safe enough.
If I know them, they won't sit tight for long.
That's what I'm thinking about. Sooner or later, they're going to go looking for us, and Blackie and Slick will be waiting for them to do just that.
Isn't there some way that we can warn them?
It may be too late already, Pat. Our first problem is to get out of this cave if we can.
You take your hands off her, you rotten space pirate.
Don't worry, Billy. He can't hurt me.
Shut up, you brats.
All right, Blackie, leave him alone now. That's enough.
What's the matter? You getting soft-hearted? These are the kids who made us miserable, following us around like a couple of Venusian bloodhounds. Why don't we just dump them out the port and get rid of them?
Because I've got other plans for him, Blackie.
You said that before. What are you talking about?
We're not in the clear yet, Blackie. You never know whether the League Patrol will start to wonder where Planet Man is and send out some ships to look for him.
With the stuff we're packing on this planet here, who cares about the League Patrol?
There's no sense getting into a fight if we can avoid it.
What's that got to do with these two brats?
With them aboard, no patrol ship is going to try and blast us. We'll keep them as hostages until we get out near Saturn. And then you can do what you want with them as far as I'm concerned.
You don't frighten us.
You better shut up.
He's not worth wasting words on, Billy.
Take them back and lock them in the cabin they had us in. I don't want them running loose around the ship.
Listen, Pat, there's one chance. I hope it works.
What are you going to do?
I have my heat ray projector. That rock should melt at about half power. Gives us about 10 minutes to burn through. A lot depends on what kind of rock that is.
Do you think we have a chance?
One break we did get. I think the rock is a soft formation of some kind. If it was as hard as most of the stuff composing these asteroids, you couldn't make a dent with a hand projector. With this stuff, I think it's about 50-50.
Well, the sooner we get out of here, the better I'll feel.
Stand back.
Sure I did it. I told you I could short-circuit that lot. Now, come on, let's get out of here.
Where are we going?
To the communications room. If we get a message off to the patrol, we still get back to the asteroid for Dantro and Pat. Come on, let's get to the communicator fast.
Can I help?
You just watch the door to see if they're coming. I know how to work this set. Planet Man showed me, just to be safe, because we had trouble last time when we swiped that scout ship from Marston.
Okay, Billy, but you'd better hurry.
Just let me throw this switch.
What's that, Billy?
Those pirates set some kind of an alarm on this communicator. Come on, let's get out of here.
Hurry!
Billy had a good idea, but Slick and Blackie were one step ahead of him. What can the two kids do now? What will Slick and Blackie do? We'll be back in a moment, but first, here is a message the Planet Man wants you to hear. Tune in again for more transcribed thrills and adventures. Rocket millions of light years into space with Dantro, the Planet Man. The Planet Man. The Planet Man. Planet Man. This is the fascinating story of Dantro, the Planet Man, troubleshooter for the League of Planets organization, the law enforcement body for peace and justice in the celestial world, whose headquarters and center of operations are situated on the capital of all the planets, Planaria Rex. From Mercury to Pluto, wherever danger threatens the universe, you will find Dantro, the Planet Man, fighting for fair play. In a moment, the Planet Man. Remember that the two space pirates, Blackie and Slick, had trapped Dantro the Planet Man and Pat Darrow in a cave on a deserted asteroid and stolen the Planeteer with Billy and Jane Darrow aboard as hostages. Billy managed to short-circuit the lock on the cabin in which the pirates had imprisoned him and Jane. But when the kids went to communicate with the League Patrol, an alarm on the communicator brought Blackie and Slick to the scene. Billy and Jane are trying to escape the pirates.
This way, Jane. Follow me.
Don't worry, Billy. Just you run. I'm right behind you.
If we can keep ahead of them, we may make it.
I I hear them coming. Where are we headed?
Forward.
Forward. That's where they are.
Not now, they aren't. They're chasing us. If we can get them to head around toward the stern of the ship and then slip by, we may have a chance.
What are you talking about?
Don't ask so many questions. Just run. They're catching up to us.
Here they go, Slick. Come on.
You go that way.
What are they going down there for? They're right ahead of us.
I know it. You keep after them while I try to slip around and get in front of them.
Yeah, that's using your head. I'm going.
Hurry, Jane!
No, you don't, lady.
I don't know how you two got out of that cabin, but this time we're not going to take any chances. Come on, Blackie.
Are we going to throw them out the spaceport now, Slick?
Just be patient, Blackie. You'll get your chance when we're away from the lead patrol lanes. Right now, they're still useful to us as hostages.
Where are we taking them?
To that cabin in the rear, the one with the outside locks. I noticed it before when we were checking the ship. I don't know what it was used for, but they'll never get out of there.
Well, let's get them in. I hate the sight of them.
Are you almost through, Dantro?
I hope so, Pat. We've only got a couple of minutes charge left in this heat projector. Wait, I think we're breaking through now.
I can see some stars.
Pat, we made it. Give it a minute to cool, and then we'll be able to get out.
What then?
Go back to the ship if it's still there. If not, we'll try to work out some way of signaling for help.
Even if our communicators are working, their range is only a few hundred miles. They won't be much good, will they?
I'm not sure how we'll do it, but we'll worry about that once we're out. Come on, the rock's cool enough now.
Billy, do you have any ideas?
I've been looking at that bulkhead. You notice that round section that's raised?
Where?
Right over there. I think it's an emergency gadget of some kind.
What do you mean?
Well, Dantro told me that one of the special things about this ship is the fact that its hull is double. There's an inner and outer hull with a space between them. That way, most of the cables and control equipment are in the hull. Leaves a lot of room inside the ship. I think that's some kind of an entrance to the space void.
Well, even if you could get it off, what could you do?
Or maybe there's enough room between the two hulls to crawl around. I may be able to find some way of getting out into another part of the ship. Come on, give me a hand. See if we can move that section.
What do you want me to do?
You just hold that projection on the bottom there. Right over there. That thing that's sticking out. I'll grab this top one and we'll see if we can turn it.
It's not moving, Billy.
Let's try again.
It moved, Billy. It moved.
All right, don't talk. Let's try and get it all the way. Don't let it fall, Jane. Look out. Oh! Now you've done it. Oh, I'm sure they heard that.
I couldn't help it. It was too heavy for me to hold.
It wasn't your fault. Well, I just hope they don't come back to check.
You hear a sound a minute ago, Slick?
Will you stop worrying about those kids?
I think you should listen to me and dump them out the port before they get us into trouble.
Blackie, let me do the thinking. There's nothing they can get into back there. You check the cabin with me. Those locks on the outside of the door would hold a Martian bull.
Yeah, but you don't know how tricky they are.
Well, tricky or not, that cabin will hold them. Now let's talk about our plans.
All right. How far out towards Saturn do you think we are, Slick?
Well, let's see. It's been 27 hours since we left the asteroid. That should make it about halfway. With any sort of a break, we'll reach the rings of Saturn in about 24 hours more. Once we get there, we can contact the guys that are left of the pirate fleet to meet us and then just lay low and wait.
Yeah, when we get through, the first thing I'm going to do is dump those kids.
When we get there, Blackie.
Gosh, this is the deal we've been hoping for years. There isn't a ship in the solar system that'll dare attack the planet here. This thing has more weapons and speed than the whole League Patrol put together. Just those two sonic projectors alone are enough to disrupt the whole city.
That's just what I have in mind, Blackie. Our first target is going to be Marsopolis on Dymas.
That's one of those 2 moons of Mars, ain't it?
That's right. We'll sit out there 1 million miles in space and tell them that if they don't send off 10 cargo ships loaded with anything that's valuable, we'll turn that sonic projector on it, and those sound rays will reduce the whole city to a pile of dust and 500,000 Martians with it.
Slick and Blackie are shooting for some big things. Can Billy and Jane do anything to stop these vicious space pirates? We'll be back in a moment. So, level off. we left the Planeteer, it was being piloted by the two space pirates, Slick and Blackie, who were on their way to join some other pirates and then raid 2 of the moons of Mars. Also aboard are Billy and Jane, who are attempting to stop these 2 thugs. We find Billy and Jane as they are preparing to work their way around the inner spaces of the Planeteer's hull.
Billy, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Jane.
Is there room enough for you to move around?
Yeah, it's a good thing I'm not much fatter. I can just about make it.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to crawl up forward and see if there's some way out of this hole. Do you think you can lift that cover?
Why?
Well, you're going to try to get it back on again in case those 2 characters come back here to check.
But they'll still know you're gone, Billy.
Yes, but they looked the cabin over and they didn't spot this emergency port before. They might miss it. I'm going to screw this down tight now. If I want you to help me get it off, I'll tap 3 times.
Now, Slick, I can see myself now, rolling into Venusport just loaded with loot. We'll own the town. And they'll never suspect that we're the guys who have the Planeteer.
And don't spend it yet, Blackie, not until we have it.
The way you set it up, what can go wrong? Except what? I can't help worrying about those 2 brats. Let's go back and check.
Okay. If it'll shut you up, it's worth the effort. Let's go take a look.
No sign of the ship, Dantro. They must have gotten Billy and Jane somehow.
Looks like you're right, Pat. The ship's gone, and I'm afraid it's been gone for some time.
They're probably millions and millions of miles away by now.
Kids will be safe enough for a while.
How can you be so sure of that?
Slick is a pretty smart character. He knows that as long as he has those 2 aboard, he's safe from attack by the League Patrol. Until he's well away, he's not going to hurt them. They're worth too much to him alive.
What are we going to do now?
I don't know, Pat. Let's look around. Maybe there's something we've overlooked. Don't give up yet.
Billy, are you there? They're coming back to the cabin. Billy, why don't you answer? Billy!
What'd I tell you, Slick? That brat is gone. Where's your brother?
I don't know. He just disappeared.
What do you mean he disappeared?
I was sleeping, and when I woke up, he was gone.
She's lying, Slick. Why do you even bother to talk to her? Let's dump her and then find him and dump him, too. That's the only way we'll ever be sure they're not up to something.
Keep quiet, Blackie. How could he have gotten out of here? Those locks are all in place.
Well, maybe there's another door someplace.
Yeah, we went over this place before. There isn't any door. He must have gotten those bolts open somehow and then closed them behind him.
I'll find out what happened. Come here, you.
Leave me alone, you big bully.
Turn her loose, Blackie.
All right. But I still say you ought to let me take care of things my way. You're too soft.
Billy, where are you? Oh, I hope nothing's happened.
Well, there's nothing on this asteroid that we can use to send a signal that's clear enough. Unless we can make a mold and melt that quartz rock into it with the charge that's left in my heat ray projector. And then back it up with something that will reflect the light.
Oh, I get it now. A tremendous mirror. We could send an SOS out to space with it. We used to do that back on Earth when I was a kid.
We need something shiny for the back, though, Pat. I wonder...
I know just what you're thinking about, my silver charm bracelets. Okay, I guess they'll get some use up here after all.
Jane, can you hear me?
Billy, wait, I'll help you open the hatch.
Ooh. Oh, it get cold there next to the outer hull.
Is there a way out?
No, but I think I know how to take care of those 2 crooks. And maybe even get back to Dantro and Pat.
It looks like Billy's agile hand is going to give Slick and Blackie something more to worry about. Will Slick and Blackie be off their guard? What will be Dantro's luck in trying to set up a light signal for help? We'll be back in a moment, but first, here is a message the Planet Man wants you to hear. Tune in again for more transcribed thrills and adventure. Rocket millions of light years into space with Dantro, the Planet Man. Planet Man.